Guys, how's it going out there? Rooster here in Tennessee. Got one that's going up on the website for sale, be under used and specials on the website. Again, that's roostercb.com. It's a Cobra 87 GTL base station. One of my favorite radios ever made, next to the Cobra 1000. Possibly my favorite radio ever made. I know some people jump up and down Cobra 2000. I like the AM only radios a little bit better for the Cobras, so I prefer the 1000, and it's a miniature little brother here, the Cobra 87 GTL. And a lot of people, if you can't get your hands on a Cobra 1000, that's in good shape. If you want something that performs similar, look no further, Cobra 87 GTL. As a matter of fact, most people can't tell much of a difference between my Cobra 1000, which is one of my prized possessions, and the Cobra 87 GTL that I have hooked up talking on right now. So on my local talking station, my ground plane, I've had a Cobra 87 GTL hooked up for probably the last 6 to 8 months. And what's funny is the radio that I had hooked up before that was an ICOM 7700. So now my ICOM's on the shelf collecting dust, and the Cobra 87 GTL's hooked up. So what was once a $6,000-7,000 radio was replaced by one of these guys. And I absolutely love these radios. When I was a kid collecting Cobras, I couldn't get my hands on one. I had like 200 something Cobra base stations, and this is one that always eluded me. And I've had several of them the last several years. So always recommend them. This one, all the mods have been done to it by RC. Has variable power over here on the RF gain, variable dead key control. It's not a huge powerhouse on the watt meter, but these things have outstanding audio, a real good presence to them, really strong, authoritative kind of sound to them is what I like to describe it as. An excellent receive. I hear people on my Cobra 87 that I could never even get signals on some other radios. I don't know what it is about the receive circuitry in them, but this one, they have phenomenal receive. The meter is a little tight. Usually doesn't go past about 9S units unless you loosen it up or whatever. But they have a phenomenal receive to them. Really quiet receive on this one. You can just barely hear some static in there. We'll key up our good old Cobra 90 here in the background, which has all kinds of static in its receive. There you guys go. You can see that this thing receives well. And let's see. Audio 1 2 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 1 2 3. Audio. That's just with a Superstar hand mic on it. Just a really, really good, loud, clear sound. Obviously, we had a squeal in there because we're feeding back a little bit, but check. Audio, check. Audio 1 2 1 2 3. Audio. Okay, we'll get into the output test of it here, show you what it's doing, and get this guy listed up on the website. So I'm going to start out with our, this is our dead key, remember. We'll go wide open with it. We got a 50-watt slug in here. Again, all tests are relative to the bird meter. If you have a different meter, these tests don't really mean a whole lot. But if you guys run a bird meter, this is about what you expect. 5-watt dead key, wide open there. Audio. Swinging to about 7 watts average. Again, it's not a huge powerhouse radio. I think it's just got the stock final in it. Now, you could drop off like a HG 1969 in it, and it would come alive. But for what this radio was being used for, it didn't need to do a lot of power. It was set up and being driven into a Pride DX300, so the power output that it's doing was kind of perfect for that. Good for like 2 driving 4 transistor amps, 1 driving 2s, things of that nature. Let's see. That's about a 1-watt dead key there. Hello, audio. Still goes to about 7 on average. And then PEP, audio 1 2 3. Audio. Yeah, deep audio to about 35, but just sitting here talking into it. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 3. Audio 1 2 3. Audio. 30 watts PEP. So doing what I would like to see it do. Again, you could put a bigger meter in it, or I don't know where I was going with that. You could put a HG 1969 in it, and it would probably come up another 5 watts PEP, 10 watts PEP, and probably come up 2 or 3 watts average. The HG 1969s just seem to have a little bit more get up to them. But this is a nice radio. Makes somebody a great one there. Yeah, I know you guys look at it and think, well, hell, that thing ain't got but 5 knobs on it. It's got everything you need on it. It ain't got all the fancy stuff. But for me, this is all I need in a radio. I got my mic gain, my my variable power, and then my volume control, and I can change channels on it. What more could you ask for? One of my favorite radios out there, Cobra 87 GTL. This is a pretty nice one too. So I actually have another one of these that'll probably go up for sale. It's not quite as nice. It's got the front of it's fogged up a little bit. It's got kind of that white look on the plastic where it's fogged up some there. The plastic's dried up or had some heat or something on it. But this one's in pretty nice shape. I mean, about as nice as one of these you can expect. They all have that kind of war look around the trim. It's just the nature of them as they get older. All right, guys, appreciate it. Questions, comments, shoot me a text, 423-299-3535. More radios coming up, more videos coming up, customer videos, all sorts of stuff going on. So everybody have a good one out there. Rooster in Tennessee, roostercb.com. Catch you guys later. See you, bye.